Hello everyone, Roohani Reiki with you again. Today I'm going to talk about the healing stories for something which is related to depression. A very topical issue, mental health. A lot has been talked about in the recent times about depression, and I was going through some data on depression, and an article published in India Today in 2019 said one out of every four teenagers suffers from depression. And the National Mental Health Survey 2015-16 revealed that nearly 1 in 20 Indians suffers from depression. That's one thing which is very remarkable about depression is if you tell people I'm depressed, the first question people ask is, oh really? It doesn't seem so. Why are you depressed? You've got everything. I mean, you just got a good job, you've got a girlfriend. I mean, boss, you're watching movies, you're having fun, you're going on holidays. So why are you depressed? Exactly. Why does one get depressed? It has lots of aspects to it, which one may not recognize. It might be something which is so deep-seated that one may not even recognize it. So, in my personal experience with the healings that I've done, and from my own personal experience, I can say that depression is a prolonged sense of helplessness, hopelessness, sadness, low energy, for not being able to do things that you earlier liked doing, not wanting to go out and meet friends. There was a young lady who realized probably she was depressed because she didn't feel like getting up in the morning. And there were these days when she just wanted to be in the bed by herself, sleeping, brooding, thinking, right? And then when her parents asked her, what has happened to you? And she said, I don't know. I can't say. So a lot of times when young people or even older people, if they're depressed, first of all, if you tell them, oh, are you depressed? I have seen even people rejecting it. As if being depressed is something really bad, really disgraceful or degrading. There's a whole stigma attached to it. We really need to change the way we think, not only for ourselves, even for others. I have gone ahead and shared my stories in my blog, in my Facebook page, Roohani Reiki, and there were some things which happened in my life which were beyond my control, which made me feel really helpless, hopeless. There was a bit of anger also, which was pretty deep-seated, and all that kind of just piled up, and probably they hadn't been addressed. I had not vocalized them, I had not shared it with anyone, because again, nobody really likes to listen to your pain, your angst, your things which it might be silly. For example, if you're in a job and the people around you aren't being nice to you, if you talk about it, you know what you get to hear? You get to hear, you're not here to work for the people. So what are you feeling bad about? It's okay. Become a thick-skinned, move on. I may not have taken up a job because of the people, but I have to work with those people, right? I need people to be kinder to me. I need people to be more understanding towards me. Of course. The other side is also true. If I want people to be understanding towards me, I need to be understanding as well. I need to be kinder as well. That goes without saying, right? So let's talk about depression. So again, let me come back to this point about being unable to express And that's why probably you need experts. You need to go to somebody who can really help you. Sometimes it might be your best friend, sometimes it may be a parent, sometimes it might be a sibling who can help you out. Because again, where does the depression reside? It's not a physical dis-ease that I have pain in my shoulder, or I have a crick on my neck, or I have a bad stomach, or I've got fever. I am depressed. So where am I depressed? So it is a holistic thing, right? It is somewhere probably at the emotional level, at the mental level, which is affecting my physical level. It may be at a spiritual level. Now that probably is not so easily acceptable to people if you talk about it. Is it that depression happens to very sensitive people? I will say sensitive people are probably more aware of what is happening to them, and they might be able to express themselves. I am more worried about people who are, themselves surprised and amazed. How can I be depressed? So I had the case of a man who was 37, 38 years old. He was peacefully married, I will say. He had two beautiful children. He was doing his own business, which he was very happy about. He was pretty passionate about. He had a fantastic house. He had all the luxuries. And then one day he realized that probably he's depressed because he didn't feel like getting up in the morning, and he didn't like going out. He didn't want to talk to anyone. It did not happen just for one day. It went on over a period of time. It was a prolonged sense of, he said, emptiness. He said, I feel empty. I feel without any reason to live. And that was pretty alarming, I must say. So, of course, there was this person in between who knew me and knew him. And the case came to me and we started talking. So I asked him, what is it that is bothering you? He said, nothing. I have everything. And what kind of childhood did you have? It was okay. It wasn't traumatized. I was okay. I was loved by my parents. And then as we kept talking, so when I say talking, I talk less, I make the other people talk. And probably, of course, Reiki helps also, because there is something when you start doing Reiki to people, when they have more energy, and this energy goes into their being, I say, and it brings out things, it brings out these little wounds, little hurt, little things, some little things, which somebody might have said to him when he was a child, or maybe something somebody said in the office, or if not even said, it may not be to him, but it might be to his near and dear one, which made him feel helpless and hopeless. So what happened was, with this talking, a lot of things came up. A lot of memories came up, which he had kind of buried them inside. But that's how probably it happens. So if you're bullied as a kid, you're just going to, brush it aside probably, or you're going to push it away, because that's for survival. You don't want to, brood upon it. You don't want to talk about it. A lot of times, I was bullied as a child. So if you came back home and you said that this is what happened, you were told, fight back. Fight back. But maybe I don't know how to fight. Maybe that's not in my nature to fight, isn't it? So, of course, this is just one example. There can be many more examples. There are many more reasons for which depression may happen. And talking helped this young man, and he did get better. So I have had many such cases of depression. And so how do I do it? The healing? I do Reiki. And how Reiki is done, to know that you have to learn Reiki. So you have to probably contact me to learn Reiki. And of course, talking. Talking helps. And journaling helps. These days, I would say you don't have to really have a diary and write everything. Your phone can become your diary. You can just open the voice recorder and just speak to the phone as if you're speaking to a friend. The phone will not judge you. I think that is what we all want. We want someone to hear us, someone to listen to our story without judging, without criticizing, without advising. That doesn't help either. Just someone who can listen to you with understanding, with empathy. If there is love, wonderful. If not, at least kindness. So remember, people, please, the times that we are going through, more and more people are going into depression. If you realize for yourself that you are depressed, please seek help. If you see it for someone close to you, help them, try to help them, try to talk to them. Just be there for someone. First, be for yourself, then be for someone. Please do take care of yourself. Stay safe. Love you.